NASA and the U.S. Space Force are officially teaming up. NASA and the U.S. Space Force just formally teamed up on a number of objectives ranging from human spaceflight to planetary defense. What exactly are they trying to defend planets for? But anyway, let's skip down. Historic agreement. All in all, it's not too surprising that the Space Force and NASA reached a formal arrangement to collaborate on future projects. NASA has long been intertwined with multiple branches of the military, and this new agreement is more useful as a framework for what those collaborations would actually look like. NASA and the military share a long history dating back to the late 1950s. Space Force Chief of Space Operations General John Raymond told the press, There is power in our partnership." All right, so we know they just trying to prepare for a battle against the Messiah. Because if you go to, this is Revelation chapter 12. I'm going to start at verse 4. "And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, to devour her child as soon as it was born." So the woman ready to be delivered. Who's going to be delivered? The saints. The 144K and the rest of the 1/3. So then it says, "For to devour her child as soon as it was born. And she brought forth a man child." This man child is the Messiah, the Hamashiach Yahushua, who was to rule all the nations with a rod of iron. And it says to rule all the nations with a rod of iron. It's also written that the world was basically given to Hamashiach Yahushua for inheritance, and then the 144K and that 1/3 is going to share the earth with him as joint heirs, with him being at the top hierarchy under the Most High. So then it says, "And her child was caught up unto Yahweh and to his throne. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she hath a place prepared of Yahweh, that they should feed her 1,200 and 1,260 days. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels and prevailed not." And prevail basically means to win. So the dragon lost. It says the dragon represents the EU, NATO, the US, all these Edomite nations. All right, so then it says, "And prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven." So what do they have up there? All these different countries got different satellites in the heavens. So during this war, Hamashiach Yahushua and the angel Michael are going to destroy those satellites they got up there, and the moon bases, all that stuff. It says neither was there a place found anymore. So whatever they got going on up there in the heavens is going to be destroyed. So then it says, "And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of Yahweh and the power of his Hamashiach, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night." And I think another word for accuser is a slanderer. All right, and then if you read this, it says, I'm gonna read this whole chapter. Well, no, I'm not gonna read the whole chapter. I'm gonna read some of the chapter, but it's referring to. I'm gonna start. All right, so it says the wicked. Who is the wicked? Esau. It says, but unto the wicked, Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do with to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing that thou hatest instruction and casteth my words behind thee? When thou sawest a thief, then thou consent with him, and has been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. So it's talking about Esau. He slanders and accuses Jacob. And who is Jacob? The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. So yeah, I'm gonna continue on with. Yeah, those are the descendants of Jacob, and it said let me see. It says now has come salvation and strength and the kingdom. So it says now has come salvation. So I want to grab Romans 13:11. It says, and that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. So seeing that all these things are occurring, if you got the spiritual eyes and ears to see, you would know that it's a high time to awake out of sleep, or to come out of the congregation of the dead, and to be in the way of understanding, which is this truth. So hopefully that was edifying to you guys. Call her Layim La, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, Ba'Shem Kakada.